Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the 9 ball tournament at the Avalanche Bar and Grill. It's Saturday, the 6th of May 2017. In this match, it's Maryanne McConnell versus Peter Hsu. Maryanne is one of the top ranked ladies on the island, and Peter Hsu isn't top ranked anywhere except in his own mind. Anyways, Peter sees a chance to hook Maryanne and almost, well, maybe if he shot softer, it would have been a complete hook. I think Maryanne can go off the rail and hit the one. Maryanne's very knowledgeable on the table and cue ball trajectories. The chances of her hitting a ball is very high, except in this case she does miss and gives Peter a ball in hand. Well, Peter needs to get to the three, 1, 2, and then 3. But he'll have to dig out the 4 ball, which is hiding behind the 5. Okay, here's where it gets tricky because Peter doesn't want to lose position on the 4 after hitting the 3. And he does lose position. So Peter's going to go to plan B, which is a hook. Well, Peter's going to draw the cue ball into the rail, and hopefully the 4 ball will be hidden. No such luck. Maryanne can see the 4 ball, but Maryanne has to shoot off the rail, making it a very hard shot. But maybe not for Maryanne. Oh, well, Maryanne was actually trying to go for a hook. She wasn't trying to pocket the ball. But Peter can see the 4, but the 4 isn't going anywhere. So Peter decides going for the 9 is the best option. The chances are quite good here. Except, oh, well, wrong pocket, but this is 9 balls, so flukes count, and Peter takes game number 1. Peter to break. The format is 9 games total, and the wins for each player is recorded. And totaled, and it's a round robin format, and the person with the most points wins. Peter goes for a hook. He decides going for the pocket doesn't. It's very risky, as there's a good chance he'd hit Hsu. So very nice hook, if I may say. But Maryanne is one of the top players on the island, and I'm sure a situation like this doesn't faze her. Beautiful shot coming up. Quite amazing, actually. Wow, look at that shot. Oops, Maryanne undercut. giving Peter a chance at the table. It looks like an easy run-out table. Oh no, it isn't. Peter has to go off the rail. Does a semi-massé and hits the ball too early. Now Maryanne has a clean run-out table. And it's very unlikely Maryanne's going to miss. Ooh, Maryanne almost hooks herself, but very nice draw from Maryanne. Maryanne takes game number 2, and Maryanne to break.
Oh wow. Really tight jump. No, I'm not going for that. Actually, fuck it, I'm going to try to tie up the 9.
Maryanne is hooked on the 1, so she will, chances are she will probably call a push. That's Greg Brown on the left.
Yeah, it's not intentional. So, I mean, it's... But if you scoop intentionally, it's a foul. If you scoop intentionally, it's a foul, yeah. I still think that shot should have been a foul.
Maryanne checks the 1 ball to make sure it doesn't have a pocket, and then she will push and give Peter a shot at the 1. Peter checks the 1 ball, and nope, it's not going anywhere. But Peter's going to try to go off the rail, or even go for a hook.
Maybe.
Okay, he's going to shoot into the 1
I think it's wired.
and
I think I might.
stop his cue ball, and hopefully the 1 will go around the table and Maryanne will get hooked. Well, that kind of happened. I think Peter was hoping maybe the 1 would go off the 5 into the corner pocket, but this is just as good. Very nice shot, proving that Maryanne does not get hindered by hooks.
Not yet.
Peter needs to draw back. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Peter failed to draw back the cue ball. He didn't quite follow through on that shot. Okay, so Peter could cut the 2 ball in to the top right, but there's a good chance he will serve on the top left. So Peter's going to go for a hook. He's going to stop the shot behind the 3 and let the 2 ball go around the table. Here again, Maryanne shows her strength. She knows the table very well, and hooks do not bother her. She eats them for breakfast. Okay, Maryanne's measured the table. She knows where to put the cue ball. Oh, ow! Bad luck. She did hit the. She did hit the 2 ball. Well, Peter looks at the 2 ball. It's pretty well frozen to the 9. Even with ball in hand, the 2 ball's not going anywhere.
Saturday afternoon, yeah.
Peter waits for Greg to finish his shot. Looks like the 2 and the 9 is lined up, but actually it's not. It's aiming more to the right part of the pocket. Peter decided to shoot off at an angle, and well, should he miss, the cue ball would be up table, but it didn't matter anyways. The 2 ball went in corner pocket. Oh, Peter got lucky there, almost missed.
That's been reversed.
Oh boy, really bad shot. Peter's so obsessed with putting the ball on the middle of the table, he neglected to see other possibilities, giving himself a very hard shot. Well, lucky shot. I don't think Peter would realize he would actually get that position. Oh boy, what a mess. Game could have been yours, buddy. Well, wild, uncontrolled shooting by Peter. He didn't quite try to put the cue ball where it matters, so Maryanne punishes him for his mistakes. Peter to break.
Same thing I did on the 8. Ka-ching.
And Peter Hsu is problem ball is the 2, which is stuck behind the 3. You pretty well need ball in hand to do anything with that, unless of course you're Maryanne. And here's a very nice shot coming up. How to deal with the 2 ball. The cue ball is going to go off the 6 and expose the 2. Very nice shot. The cue ball and the 2 ball are very close, and normally even Maryanne herself would call for a ref. Oh, almost. Oh,
I got a rail.
Maryanne hit the rail. She thought she wouldn't, but it doesn't matter. It's ball in hand position anyways. Peter's careful not to let the cue ball fly away from the rail too much. Peter's got a nice easy shot on the 3, but he needs to hold the cue ball for the 5 near the middle of the table. And Peter needs to draw the cue ball back for the 6. Draw, baby, draw. Deep. Oh, no, he didn't quite draw deep enough. It's a little bit a difficult angle for Peter. Oh, Peter misses. Peter is falling apart, I think. He doesn't look too good. That last couple of misses really got to him. He'll need to remain focused because Maryanne's going to run out the rest of the games, leaving Peter with not very many points. Well, the only shot Maryanne has is back to the side. Beautiful shot. Maryanne will have to cut to the corner, but there's a good chance in this type of shot that the cue ball's gonna sue her. Big possibility. I think that's on Maryanne's mind, and she's gonna put something on the cue ball, so that won't happen. But and that didn't go. Can Peter recover? His nerves are shattered right now, and his concentration's gone. His stroke is non-existent, and he misses again. Oh boy, Peter's a mess. He can't do anything. Once again, Maryanne punishes him for missing. Nobody misses against Maryanne and lives. Oh boy, oh boy. Not too many games left. Peter's gonna have to start winning if he doesn't want to be trumped by Maryanne. Peter will have to put on his concentration glasses and keep his nerves steady. Okay, this is a strange shot because Peter needs to get the cue ball back up table after shooting the one. So he's going to stun the cue ball with a lot of bottom. But the cue oh man, the cue was crooked. Of course he's going to miss. How can Peter not see? He has a crooked cue angle. Tough shot for Maryanne. She has to put a lot of inside. She needs to kick the two ball out after the one, and that made her miss because the shot became a lot more complex than she would like. Oh, Peter overshoots. Well, yes, he does. It's easy enough to get the cue ball around the table, I think. That was a strange shot. That's Fergie next door. Peter needs to bring the cue ball back up table after shooting the three. Normally he'd put a lot of bottom left, but the 6 ball looked like it was in the way, so he just did a basic middle ball shot. Peter needs to see the 5 after the shot. And he does. Fireball's very close. And Fergie comes up to ref the shot. But Peter's going to shoot away, different angle. And he overshoots because he's given himself a very hard 6-ball. Peter's going to put a lot of inside, soft inside, because he wants the cue ball to come off the rail. Well, it didn't quite go. The inside didn't quite take, I think. Peter's got a tough shot, cut shot. Keep your nerves, man, keep your nerves. Oh! Peter did not follow through with his shot. It was sort of like a half stroke, robbing himself of accuracy. Maryanne, once again the Punisher comes up to the table and draws blood. You do not miss against Maryanne. Peter to break. Well, the 1 ball is there right next to the 9, but there's nothing Peter can do. He doesn't have the angle to bank. Besides, he needs to get the cue ball down to the 2-ball, even if the bank shot works, and the odds are he's going to hook himself. So Peter's going to go for a safety. Try to get the cue ball to go down table. Oh no, wrong shot. He wanted the cue ball to go up table. And hook Maryanne. Once again, Maryanne's expertise on the table, figuring out the kick angles. She does not give ball in hand. Giving Peter a shot at the 1 ball. Very, very fine cut. The cue ball's going to run away up table. There's no way Peter can control the shot. Chances are Peter's going to hook himself after cutting the 1 in. So Peter's going to use a rake and cut the ball very thin, using lots of inside, although I doubt very much it'll help at all. The cue ball just went flying, but the cue ball only stops by hitting another ball, and Peter has hooked himself. Oh, Peter bumped the 6 by mistake. Maryanne says, don't worry about it. Well, in this situation, I think Maryanne's probably going to want to hook Peter. Let's see how she does it. Oh, shot too hard. Shot too hard. Peter has a clear shot on the 2. Peter should be able to run this table out. Hopefully. Maybe. what to do. He needs to get angle on the 5 after this shot. Well, he didn't quite do it, but he can still do the corner. Either do the corner or put the 8 ball in by the side. Oh boy, bad luck. The cue ball went off the 8 and into the corner pocket. Boy, Peter should get his hair done. His hair looks terrible. Peter just had a haircut, but well, let's not talk too much about his hair. Let's concentrate on the game. Oops, the angle's a little bit too shallow for Maryanne, I think. She'll need to get off the rail. Ooh, it looks like she just she didn't make an effort to spin the cue ball into the middle of the table. I thought maybe inside would do it.
I gotta go for it. That was close.
And gives Peter a shot on the 9. Peter needs to hold his nerve steady. Come on, you can do it. Peter is still shaky after his easy misses. Oh no, it doesn't feel too good. It looks like he's gonna overcut. Oh, rattles. The 9 ball rattles. And Peter is in an impossible situation. He can't cut the 9 in. He can't go off the other rail, the long rail. The angle is not there. He will need to go off the top rail, the top short rail. Peter thinks of a safety, but there's no safety. No safety is possible. So he's going to do the Hail Mary shot. He's going to shoot into the top rail, using a little inside because he wants the cue ball to come back to the right. And oh boy, it goes in. Peter is really happy. His Hail Mary shot paid off. Maryanne's going for the 3 ball. Very tough cut to the corner pocket. And it didn't quite work out. Peter could shoot the 3, but there's a good chance he'll lose position on the 4. Peter thinks of maybe a lot of inside, top inside on the 3 ball, and but he decides that's not going to work. His Peter's losing confidence in his inside shots. They don't seem to go where he wants them to go. So he will try to go around the table rather. Peter has a shot to the side pocket, but his confidence in his shooting is pretty low. So he's going to go for a hook instead. Not too bad. Maybe Maryanne can clip the ball, but she's going to do something else. She's going to go off the rail. And she gets unlucky. Here's a chance for Peter to play some catch up and not let Maryanne win too many games. Peter's gonna stun the cue ball for position on the 5, and he overdoes it. And oh boy, his next ball is the 6 after the 5, and this angle is very bad for that. So he stuns it into the rail for position. Well, one of those very complex shots he shouldn't be doing if he played his positions correctly. He's going to put inside because he wants the cue ball to slow down. No, doesn't slow down. It keeps going. Oh, God. He hooked himself on the 8. Well, didn't quite hook it, but he can still see a bit of the 8. So Peter's going to do another Hail Mary. He's just going to blast the 8 ball and hope it goes somewhere. Why not? Oh, interesting shot. The 8 ball, 8 ball finds a pocket. I think Peter's bragging about his abilities, and Maryanne doesn't believe a word of it.
Impressed by my luck.
Maybe Peter's confidence is coming back after that one. And so is his striped underpants. Somebody should tell him to pull down his shirt. Well, Peter's got the 1 ball, but Peter has to shoot over the 5. His bridge hand will have to be raised over the 5, and this makes the shot very difficult for Peter. Plus Peter has to come back for the 2 ball. And Peter totally misses. Maryanne doesn't really have a shot here. She can hit the 1, but the 1 ball's not going anywhere. So I think Maryanne's going to go for a hook. Ooh, the cue ball leaks out. The hook would have been really nice. Okay, Peter has to come back for the 2 ball, so he slams it too much. He thought he had to slam it, but in reality he didn't really have to. Oh well. Okay, Peter's going to go for the hook shot, kill the cue ball behind the 8.
You're a little late.
I know, I was waiting to watch a ball game.
But that doesn't do nothing for Maryanne.
I'll come tomorrow.
That was slow pitch today, wasn't it?
Yeah, tournament.
In return, Maryanne hooks Peter, returning the favor in spades.
2 or 3 more games down at the golf course. Yeah, and then there's games tomorrow as well.
Yeah, but at Highland tomorrow, it's baseball.
Yeah, but this is softball. I think it's softball.
Yeah, but tomorrow morning, it's starting at 9:30.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Softball.
Peter hits the ball, but it might as well be a ball in hand for Maryanne.
Lois also got another guy possibly join force. Another guy. I think he tried to call you.
Yeah, first game.
I had a shirt like that.
The first game starts at 9:30 tomorrow morning, but my game's not till 5.
Oops, Maryanne undershoots. She didn't draw back far enough. She is hooked on the 3 ball. Maryanne's going to do a massage shot, spin the cue ball around the 5. And the shot is good, but the 3 ball remains over the table, giving Peter an easy run-out table. I shouldn't say easy. The 6 and the 7 are really trouble balls, and you really need a flat angle to sink those balls. So Peter maneuvers his cue ball so he could get a flat angle, and he's thinking too much about the angle. Actually, and he misses on the 5. He was trying to keep the cue ball in line with the 6 and the 7. Maryanne has a shot, but the odds are the cue ball is gonna move up middle table, and she will lose her angle on the 6. Let's see what she's gonna do. It's a very unenviable shot. And oh yes, beautiful positioning for the 6, but unfortunately for Maryanne, she misses because she was concentrating on getting the cue ball in the right position, which she actually does, but a very complex shot. It's a lot harder than most people think. Peter loses position on the 6. His cue ball control's not that hot, so he's giving himself a very hard shot on the 6. And he gets a 6 in, but the cue ball doesn't go to the right spot. It hits the 8 and dies. Peter has a very hard shot on the 7. Oh, cue ball kind of drifts off. Maryanne has to bring the cue ball down table after shooting the 7. Very, very difficult shot. And even if she does, there's a chance she will hook herself. Let's see what Maryanne's going to do to get the cue ball down table. Looks like a top. Oh, right. She's shooting for the other angle. I thought she was going for the top left, but it's actually the top right. Very hard angle here because Peter will hook himself right after putting this 7 in. So he asks Maryanne for advice, and Maryanne does not give any. Any advice on how to get the cue ball back?
Well, he's nice, I'm not.
So Peter's gonna do
Tell you after.
the next best thing. He's gonna cut the 7 in using very soft and with lots of inside. But the angle is so steep that the cue ball really travels. Well, Peter has no choice. He has the bank. Peter misses the bank and gets it in. Ah, Peter got lucky. What can I say? Oh, take your time, man. Take your time. It's. Oh God, he missed. Oh, he shot too fast. Oh man. Oh man. Maryanne can cut into the corner or side pocket. Oh God, side pocket it is. Playing against Maryanne is so brutal. Brutal, I tell you. Well, this is the final game of the Peter Hsu Maryanne match. Maryanne gets the break. Well, the problem I can see here is the 2 ball, which is hidden behind the. Oh no, sorry. 2 ball is there. I thought the 4 ball was the 2, but very nice shot. Maryanne can see the 2, and she should be able to see the 3 after this shot. The 4 ball might be a problem. Let's see how she deals with that. I think Maryanne's going to draw into the rail. Yes, she does. Giving herself. Yes. Almost has a good clean shot on the 4, but she doesn't quite have the angle. Very difficult shot for Maryanne. Yes, she has to shoot into the side. And she didn't quite do it. Gives Peter a very tough shot on the 4. Nothing Peter can do about the 4. So Peter's gonna draw into the 4, slightly to the right, and hopefully keep the cue ball behind the 6. Nope, Peter fails. But gives Maryanne a tough shot anyways, which is what she's hoping. Oh, here comes an interesting shot. I think Maryanne's trying to. Oh, she almost does it. The 9 ball almost went in. She was trying to get the cue ball to knock in the 9. Almost does it. But Peter gets an easy run on the table. Very nice match. Thank you, Maryanne.